why not? Oh. Shit. Okay, back after fixing my mistake. I thought this required level 2. Apparently it requires level 4. I did all the level 1 quests in the Gridanian area. Not the zones, just Gridania. New and old. That episode should have come up before this one, but just making it clear. And then I did the first 3 hunting logs with Little Ladybug, Ground Squirrel, and Forest Funguar. If you don't have your hunting log yet, you just have to do your first quest with your particular class's guild. Alright, with that out of the way, let us finally progress the main plot. Zayaku, have you visited the Bannock on your wanderings? I believe so. It is a training ground found just outside the city where the soldiers of the Order of the Twin Adder are drilled in swordplay and other martial matters. No, I have not. I mention this because an acquaintance of mine, a gentleman by the name of Galfried, is an instructor there, and I think you may be of use to him. Go and introduce yourself and find out if there is anything you can do to help. Mind you, do not stray far from the path. The 12's place is no place where Mary strolls through the underbrush. Yeah, I know. So, the Bannock. It is outside the city, if I recall, right? One thing that you should know is that for some reason, if the quest goes out of the zone, it won't show you that on the minimap in the corner. So if you don't see the marker to your quest, check your minimap to see if it's supposedly in a different zone. And if you can't see it from there, remember that you can click the side quest to check where it is on the map. If you're not in the area that it's in, it'll actually show you, like, where it is. For example, if we were still in Gridania, I'd say it was in the South Shroud, I believe. But enough of that. This is the Shroud. It's actually a really nice zone, and I like it here. But it should be noted that it's not exactly the safest place to wander around in, for multiple reasons, most of which we'll see once we cross. Level 10 enemies! If you do not stay on the path, you are liable to be murder-killed. Except, I just realized I'm going the wrong way. This is where you learn that I'm horrible with directions and paying attention. Here is where we're actually going. So, my bad. Mistakes happen. The person we want to talk to is Galfried. Greetings, Zayaku Rebeyaku. Mion sent word to expect you. Just call me Zayaku, please. My name is Galfried, and I am responsible for training our Twin Adder recruits. I thank you for volunteering your assistance. The 12's Wood has much changed since the calamitous arrival of the 7th Umbral Era 5 years ago. The power of the elementals wanes, and the harmony of the forest gives way to chaos. A great abundance of life has been lost as a strong run rampant, stifling the weak and new sprung. Though it may not appear so to the eyes of the outsiders, the 12's Wood is ailing, its once rich variety a fading memory. For the citizens of Gridania, the restoration of the forest is a sacred duty, and it is my hope that adventurers such as you will offer aid to them in their struggle. Listen to their requests and do all that you can. May the elementals bless your endeavors. Zayaku Rebeyaku. I said just call me Zayaku. So, in case you couldn't tell by my character's name, it is actually a alteration of my name, Zayak, obviously, but put into Dune-spoke Lalafell naming conventions. Every race and their appropriate branches have unique naming conventions. I just put mine through the Dune-spoke male um, rules, essentially. Okay, enough blathering. Golfried, chief instructor at the Bannock, wishes to inspect your equipment and thereby gauge your readiness for future missions. I see you are eager to lend a hand to Zayaku. That is well, but I cannot in good conscience send you into the forest until I have established that your equipment is equal to the task. It bears repeating that, in the 5 years since the dawn of the Seventh Emerald Era, many of the Twelve's creatures have transformed into vicious, bloodthirsty monsters. Venturing into the forest without the proper gear is tantamount to suicide. I suggest you take some time to evaluate your equipment. Once you deem your armor to be of sufficient quality, present yourself to me for inspection. Equip your head, body, hands, legs, and feet with gear of item level 5 or above before returning to Galfried. And thus we hit another level barrier. So this will be a cut to do a small side quest. And that's that quest done. So real quick here, he's offering food. I personally don't take food immediately, especially early on when the EXP bonus just is not super worth. And considering that you're likely doing this to get armor for the main story quest over there, you probably want to pick up the Allegan 10 pieces. Okay, so I've done enough quests and side stuff to be able to actually purchase things. So we're going to upgrade our gear. If you did the smart thing with that side quest earlier, you know that you picked up Allegan 10 pieces, which are 75 each, I believe. Well, no, they're 25 each, my bad. But that's still enough for you to buy decent stuff. For example, I need a maple shortbow, and now we go into battle gear. So you'll see here that these are dictated by class. For example, this is what conjurers and mages would usually use, but they can be worn by all classes. I wouldn't recommend this. If you're a discipline of war, like me, you get the eye patch. You get... Yeah, you get the hempen tabard. The fingerless gloves. And sadly, that's all you can actually get this early on. Because you lack money. Which is sadly very, very common this early on. Let's see here. And this is also the point in the game where your character is going to start to look very, very silly. So, you're at least going to need 400 gil to get those things. If you go into the wild, you have a chance of getting stuff that you can sell, like this. Unfortunately, that doesn't sell for enough, and honestly, I would prefer to have that for my own personal use. Instead, sell things that you don't think you're actually going to end up using. Unfortunately, I don't have enough stuff to sell, but for some reason, I can pass the quest. I'll post the specific conditions over screen right now as text. You would be surprised at how many young, promising soldiers get themselves killed by rushing off into the woods without first donning a decent set of armor. Your equipment should provide the required degree of protection. Consider yourself ready for duty. Whoa! Thanks for the EXPs. Thanks for the level 6. We now have Venomous Bite, our first damage over time, I believe is what it is. Let's check real quick. Venomous Bite. Delivers an attack with a potency of 100. Additional... Oh, golly. With a potency of 100. Additional effect, Venom. Potency, 35. Duration, 9 seconds. That means that it should theoretically do damage once every second for 35 potency, or something along that line. It'll make your job a lot easier as an archer. Ah, Zazayaku, by your tireless efforts you have proven yourself a friend to Gridania. I believe you can be trusted with sensitive intelligence, even though I've only been here for a couple hours. I would assign you a mission of considerable import, yet the need for secrecy prevents me from disclosing its details until you have pledged your participation. I am authorized to tell you only that it concerns suspicious activity in the Twelveswood. Say that you will lend us your aid, and I shall proceed with the briefing. Let's do this. Good. Time is of the essence, so listen well. You will by now have heard that a suspicious individual has been seen prowling the Twelveswood. You may also be aware that the XIV activity has risen sharply in the region of late. What you may not know is that this increase coincided almost exactly with the first recorded sighting of the aforementioned individual. Suspecting a connection, we tightened our surveillance in hopes of tracking down our unknown visitor. Alas, our quarry is proving to be exceedingly elusive, almost as if he knows our movements ahead of time. But where whole units have failed, a lone adventurer may succeed. Acting independently and covertly, you may be able to close in on our quarry unnoticed. Fear and anxiety are beginning to take their toll upon the citizenry, Zayaku. For their sake, I ask that you aid us in this investigation. You have my gratitude. With your help, I am hopeful we will shed light upon this mystery. Begin your search at Lifeman Stump. It is there that the majority of the sightings took place. Be forewarned, my people cannot offer you support, lest our quarry catch scent of our presence and evade us yet again. Proceed with caution. Yeah, buddy. Actual questing things is almost crazy. And as I said before, this is the point where your character is going to start looking really, really stupid. I understand that this is going to be hard, but don't worry, it'll fix itself in time. Especially when you finally get disciplines of hand and can dye your own stuff. But I digress. There's no need to stay here. So, our goal is just over there past the waterfall, I believe? Or was it in the waterfall? It was in the waterfall, isn't it? Uh-huh, I thought so. I've done this area at least once before as a start, but it was a couple years ago. So my memory's a bit... ugh. Don't want to fight that thing. That thing will kill me, the dead. That is what we're after. The magicked blade. Whatever that's for. Well, whatever it is, it looks cool. You are about to enter an instant battle. Instant battles only occur during certain quests and missions. Take a moment to read the information displayed in the active help window before answering the call of duty. Duty calls. Commence battle for chasing shadows. If your level is 9 or above, it will be synced. These are known as duties. These are instances which can be things such as dungeons, battles with extremely powerful bosses, and uniquely tailored situations in the zone. So, be ready for almost anything when you start these things. Mentally, anyway. You can't actually prepare because you don't know what's in the thing. I guess bring a lot of potions. Or something. I look really silly.
Look, someone's already here.
Oh, and who would you be? Oh, hey.
Oh dear, is that a sword in the stump? Bad idea. Really bad idea.
I didn't put it there. It's like almost twice my size.
It takes a lot less than that to incite the green wrath, you know. Why, the first time we came to the 12's Wood, we almost ended up as a train's dinner, just for crashing our airship in the wrong place.
Could you stop mumbling in the background, miss?
Though he'd sooner swallow his staff than admit that he's wrong. You know him, Kuplo Cop?
Oh, you know who this guy is. You said hi to me.
Not exactly, but we did once share a carriage. Isn't that right?
Yes, I do believe so. You didn't introduce yourself as Kuplo Cop, but nice to meet you, Kuplo. What the actual?
How are the readings?
Animated pugilist. Okay.
Same as the last. There is a disturbance here as well. And newly manifested at that.
You people are weird. Think you could tell me what's going on, or are you just going to keep being strangers?
Kuplo Cop seems convinced of your innocence. But if this isn't your doing, whose is it?
You sound impatient. I guess short-tempered is proper.
Ever since the calamity, the forest's been really sensitive.
Everyone and their mother has told me this.
The slightest disruption to the etheric flow,
Whatever that is.
and this sort of thing happens.
Is this your regular then? I guess I have to be an archer now.
It seems we have little choice.
I will archer things. It is my job. I shoot it in the eye, right? Alright, so one hint with this. Don't shoot the big one. Shoot the little one. Mainly for the fact that it's... well, it's easier to kill. Let's put it that way. And if you can remove the weaker ones first, that generally means that you'll have to deal with less DPS as time goes on. However, while I'm saying this, it doesn't change the fact that this is really a fight that's just not gonna go your way. You're small, you're weak, you don't do much damage. Especially compared to these guys. Can I target that? Thank you. Oh, right. I need to zoom out. That's my problem. Whoa! Okay. Forgot that more of these things spawned. Jeez. That only surprised me a lot. But believe me when I say those two are really going to carry you through this fight. Because if you haven't noticed, these things are freaking level 10! You are really not meant to fight the big frickin' trees. The bulbs, on the other hand, tear them apart. They're nothing. They damage you, but that's about it. Oh, God. Would you stab it? I mean, I appreciate the EXP as much as the next guy, but you're gonna get me killed. Whoa, what? I don't know who was rude enough to shoot at me. That was rude. And now all we have left are the frenzied oaks. Good. But as I said, they are the ones who are really going to be carrying you through this, because they are actually strong. I mean, don't get me wrong, you can help. But compared to them, you really just can't do that.
Hear, feel, think. Crystal Bearer. I am Heidelin, all made one. A light there once was that shone throughout this realm, yet it hath since grown dim. And as it hath faltered, so hath darkness risen up in its stead, presaging an end to life. For the sake of all, I beseech thee, deliver us from this fate. The power to banish the darkness dwelleth in the crystals of light. Journey forth and lay claim to them. By thy deeds shall the crystals reveal themselves to thee. Only believe, for the light liveth in thy heart. Go now, my child, and shine thy light on all creation.
Oh my god. Oh, jeez. What the hell?
You fainted. A surfeit of ether, no doubt.
I didn't know Aether could do that. Shit, I need to get more of those crystals.
And what have we here?
culprit, it would seem. An Ixal. And no ordinary Ixal either. A chieftain. That they would venture this deep into enemy territory, the beastmen may indeed be acting under orders. This is Papalimo. We found
How
the
are we
culprit.
feeling then?
It was an Ixal
Better?
chieftain.
Good.
Yes, we'll seek Brother Esumian's cooperation in the matter. Ida? Oh, loud.
Giant
tactless,
crystals?
Much the
Can't
same
say
as
I've seen
always.
any. Are you sure you're feeling better?
Understood. Over and out. Kuplokop, please bear word of these developments to Brother Esumian. We shall soon return to give a full report.
Understood. Over and out. Kupo!
Here is where we part ways. Till next time, take care.
I think that sword might be a clue. You should definitely pull it out and take it back to the Bannock. You don't suppose that adventurer could see Kuplokop, do you?
And this occurs to you now? Yes, it seemed that way. Time will tell.
Well, time will have to, because you won't. You never tell me what's really going on. Unless you don't know what's going on either.
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
God, I love those people. You know, these people should really be more careful. I mean, they're literally trusting adventurers to do most everything for them. I mean, what? Adventurers are no more than mercenaries with maybe good intentions? I mean, the Warriors of Light were just a bunch of adventurers. A bunch of foreigners. Maybe I'm thinking into this too much. I'll see you back at, I'll see you back with Gottfried. Zeku, it is good to see you back. One of our patrols sent word that you had been spotted doing battle with enraged treants. I'm relieved to find you none the worse for the experience. But tell me, what were you able to discover at Lifeben's stump? Magic sword! A sword in the stump and a dead Ixal, eh? I can say with absolute certainty that this blade is of Ixali origin. It is of a kind used exclusively in the Beastmen's rituals. Ixal rarely set foot in the central shroud, so tight is our guard over the area. What purpose could have driven them to take such a risk? I fear something is afoot. What's that? A dubious couple sporting peculiar spectacles? So you've finally been acquainted with Yida and Papalimo. Lay your suspicion to rest. Gridonia counts them among her staunchest allies. Both are scholars hailing from a distant land and have been with us since before the calamity. Their garb may appear outlandish and their exchanges baffling, but never once have they given us cause to doubt them. Indeed, they often assist the gods Quirrell and the Wood Whalers in their work, much as I hope you will do in the days to come, Zeku. Although our unknown visitor eludes us still, owing to your efforts we have acquired important information on the Ixali threat. You have my gratitude. We are fortunate indeed to have a capable adventurer such as you aiding us. I pray you will continue to serve the people of Gridania in whatever capacity you are able. Alright, next quest, please. Galfried, chief instructor at the Bannock, wishes you to collect Chigoe egg sacs. That sounds gross. Eggs over queasy. Well, yep, that defines it. A word, if I may. Injuries to several of my men have left me short-handed, and I require a capable sort to complete their unfinished duty. The task is simple. Put down as many of the local Chigoe population as necessary to acquire 8 of their egg sacs. Having done so, you are to deliver them at Monterey Gwyn at Gilbert's Spine. He will answer any queries you may have. Now, I have other business to attend to. Yeesh, how rude. But alright, why not? I hate bugs. I'll happily slaughter a few for you. Oh, they don't even aggro. That's adorable, really. It just occurred to me that these things are level 9. Shit. Run away! Run away! As you can see, this game has no mercy. I am afraid to say, even though that there isn't an actual level wall in this area, that I'm going to have to take a break and level up the hard way by side quest. Alright, thank you all for watching. I will see you all in the next episode of Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn. See you guys then.